Good morning, everyone. I'm Donald Capolino. I am the appointed hearing officer in this matter for the Dutchess County Industrial Development Agency, and this is a public hearing based upon the request of NRI Hyde Park LLC for financial assistance from the Dutchess County Industrial Development Agency. Before this hearing was scheduled. Finally, first, a notice of public hearing was published in the Poughkeepsie Journal. I had marked as hearing officer's exhibit number 1 before this public hearing the actual notice of public hearing indicating that this hearing would be held today, July 7th, 2026 at 9:30 a.m. at the Town of Hyde Park Town Hall at 4383 Albany Post Road, Hyde Park, New York. That is where we are located, and it is now 9:31 a.m. That notice of public hearing was marked as hearing officer's exhibit number 1. Hearing officer's exhibit number 2, marked in evidence, is the affidavit of publication indicating that on June 24th, 2026, a true copy of this notice of public hearing was published in the Poughkeepsie Journal. I had marked as hearing officer's exhibit number 3 in evidence the affidavit of Jacqueline Hughes indicating that on June 24th, 2026, she served a true copy of the notice of public hearing by posting an ordinary mail at the New York Post Office to the Honorable Alfred Torrigiani, the town supervisor of the town of Hyde Park, upon Dr. Pedro Roman, Superintendent of Schools of the Hyde Park Central School District, and upon the Honorable Susan F. Serino, Dutchess County Executive. I had marked as hearing officer's exhibit number 4 in evidence the affidavit of Jenna L. Jones indicating that on June 24th, 2026, a true copy of the notice of public hearing was served upon those same 3 people by email, one to the supervisor of Hyde Park, Alfred D. Torrigiani, one upon Dr. Pedro Roman, Superintendent of Schools of Hyde Park Central School District, and upon the Honorable Susan J. Serino, the Dutchess County Executive. I had marked as hearing officer's exhibit number 5 in evidence the June 24th, 2026 letter of Mark Doyle, Chairman of the Dutchess County Industrial Development Agency, appointing me, Donald Capolino, as the hearing officer in this matter. So with that, I will ask first that Brian, if you would speak first on behalf of NRI and give a brief description of the project. And I welcome our Executive Director, Robin Mack. How are you this morning? Thank you. Please.
Thank you and good morning. Good morning, my name is Brian Sensabaugh. I'm an attorney with Zarin and Steinmetz, a law firm on behalf of the applicant NRI Hyde Park LLC. We have an application here today to modify IDA financial benefits that were originally granted back in 2024. Since the 2024 approval, our client has partnered with One and Only, a luxury hotel operator who requested modifications to the project scope. There's no change to the underlying use or programming, but there were minor modifications to the site plan overall. Those modifications have received Town Planning Board and Zoning Board of Appeals approval and are estimated to increase total project costs from the original amount of $254,615,968 to $364,792,480. As a result of the increased costs, NRI is requesting revised benefits that reflect the increased costs associated with the updated project design. The revised benefits, as were outlined within NRI's May 29th letter request, include the following: mortgage recording tax exemption in the amount of $1.5 million. The original approval was for $1,009,888.24. This is due to an increased construction loan amount. The sales and use tax exemption, we're requesting an exemption of $29,639,354. over the original approval of $14,092,613. This is due to the increased project costs I mentioned earlier. The pilot, with regard to the pilot, which is a deviated 15-year pilot, we're seeking no change to that, a continuation of that previously approved pilot. The administrative fee, we are estimating that that would cost approximately $1,099,481.20. And due to the substantial cost of this particular project, we are asking that that be split into 3 separate payments, with the first payment being due at closing with the IDA. Lastly, the community benefit agreement between NRI and Hyde Park Central School District. We are requesting no change to that community benefit agreement. As you may know, for the prior 2024 approval, this project does not increase school children in the district, so we're entering into that agreement with the school district to provide a benefit to the schools. That's the broad overview I have. If anyone has any questions, I can go further into some of the details.
Are the employees that you originally indicated that you would be hiring, both temporary and permanent, was that the same, or is that an increased number?
So there will be an increase in that number. The construction jobs previously quoted were 450 in total in the 2024 approval. That has since been increased to 550. And permanent jobs, I guess jobs once in operation, I should say, not permanent. There's an increase from 170 to 227. If quoting full-time equivalent, that would be 204 full-time equivalent.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyone else would like to make any comments? Please do. Do you have a comment, ma'am? You would state your name clearly for the record and...
Yes. Good morning. Carol Pickering, Hyde Park, retired superintendent of schools in Hyde Park. I have a couple of questions and a comment. Maybe I can get some clarification. Can you all hear? This is, okay. There should be a full application or an amended application, and I think you mentioned that it is there. I would like to know where I can get a copy of the amended application.
That should be on the IDA's website. And, okay.
Thank you. Okay, great.
Robin Mack, our executive director, said she would email it to you, so give her
I will.
your email
Yes,
address.
I will. I will, Don. Thank you. Okay. Following the public hearing today, which was not clearly announced to our community at all, when is the deadline for receipt of written comments? It seems reasonable that there would be at least 2 weeks following today's hearing for submittal of written comments. My third question is, what is the gross dollar value between the original request granted, the standard exemption, and what you're requesting today? What is the actual dollar value in terms of the taxpayers who would now not receive the tax benefit? Thinking back to Bellafield, it was pretty disastrous what the taxpayers ended up losing by being granted the expanded tax exemption.
Especially on this particular project, as compared to a no-build from the original site, this was on Culinary Institute property, which was paying no taxes, and this project came in, and so this portion of their property.
And so then it's, I can't hear you, Don.
Okay.
It was on Culinary Institute property.
It's on the Culinary Institute property, so at that time, the Culinary Institute property was exempt from the payment of real estate taxes. And once this project came into being, that portion of the property would be subject to real property taxes, no longer getting an exemption. So that's the compare it to the no-build alternative if this never existed. Now they're coming in for additional, they're spending more money and making it bigger, and they're now asking only for benefits related to that additional amount. The others were approved back in 2024.
Yes, I understand, and I thank you for that. And I believe this will be on the tax rolls, this one and only, correct?
Right, it will, and then at the completion of the payment in lieu of tax period, where they're getting some benefit, it will be back on the tax roll 100%.
Yeah. And I just want to comment that I really think that though you have additional costs, and I understand that, I don't think the taxpayers should bear that. The loss has been very great. This town needs the revenue, and I would find the IDA approving this expanded request, I would find it morally obscene. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your comment. Anyone else like to speak? Mr. Smith.
Good morning. This is probably an unusual request a little bit, but I noticed
I need your
in
name,
the,
sir. I need your name.
Timothy Smith.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But I noticed in the information sheet that the Hudson Valley is one of the richest in tennis. And the Roosevelt Estate, the Wilderstein, the Edgewood all have tennis courts. They're proposing in this that they have a pickleball court and paddle tennis. I would only suggest that they consider having a tennis court and/or using a multiple situation where you can put actually pickleball in it. But with the history of tennis in Dutchess County, we have the oldest tennis courts in the United States located in our region, and I think you should consider having a tennis court put at the location. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Smith is a Hyde Park resident and the former tennis coach at Marist University now, was Marist College in those days. Okay. Okay, does anyone else have anything to say? Mr. Supervisor, welcome.
How are you, Doug?
Good. Anyone else have anything to say? Well, with that, I will close the public hearing. Thank you, everyone.
What time is it, Tom?
The time is now, I have 9:44.